A very good day to you and welcome back to the show. How is everybody doing? How is your day going so far? Are you having an amazing Tuesday or, is your Tuesday going not as planned? Whatever it is, I want to remind you that we are here for you. And if you're wondering who we are, well, we are Relax Radio and we are a community-based interactive radio station that is very different from your ordinary radio channel or radio station, okay? And that's because we are based on what you think. And the only reason we are here is to provide you an opportunity to speak up. We're here to give you the platform to voice your thoughts and opinions with regards to whatever we're talking about. And if there's something specific that you want us to discuss, well, then you can most definitely go ahead and share that with us on 07852 473 473, or you could connect with us on our social media, that is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Periscope, and basically all of the social media platforms. Okay, we go as Relax Radio, that's spelled RELAKS, and we are here to keep you positive and to give you your daily dose of interesting conversation, so that you can expand your knowledge and you can be knowledgeable about every single thing that goes on. Because I understand that, sometimes with all of the work, we've got to deal with our families, we've got to deal with our work, our studies, and amidst all of that, it can be really hard to kind of stay on top of everything. It can be really hard to keep ourselves informed and updated about everything that's going on. Now that's where we come in, right? We are here to give you conversation about everything that's going on, to keep you informed about what's going on, and that's basically why we were formed and why we were created in the first place. So make sure that you go show us some love on our social media so that you can stay updated with everything that's happening here on Relax Radio. Like I told you, all social media platforms, just go search up Relax Radio. If you want to, have a conversation, doesn't matter what time of the day it is. If you want to call us, talk to us, go ahead and do that on our social media. Connect with us, show us some love, because we're here to show you love 24/7, 365. Now, I am Jamie, and like I always say, this is the chat trap, where we trap you with the best of conversation. And we do certainly have some very interesting conversation to talk about. Now, we were talking about the vaccine earlier on, and I told you how people are getting more and more incentives, especially in the US, and I've seen this a couple of times in UK as well. But companies, cities, states, so they're all offering different incentives so that the general public will go get themselves vaccinated. Okay, now it's the same with employees, because I've heard of so many employers actually giving their employees paid leave, or prizes, or gifts, or just cash, just straight out cash, to go get themselves vaccinated. But the question is it ethical for to pay people rather to get vaccinated? Is it ethical? That's definitely what we are going to be talking about within the next couple minutes, and I definitely want to know what you think. Is it ethical to pay people to get the vaccine? Yes, it might work, but is it ethical? That's what I want to talk about. Make sure that you go ahead and share your thoughts and comments down below. I want to know what you think about the vaccine. Okay, my opinion is that the vaccine definitely needs to be given out. We need to create herd immunity, and the only way to do that is by getting your vaccine, is by getting your jabs. But I do know, previously when I had this conversation, there were so many of you that tuned in, that called me, that left comments down below and told me that, look, Jamie, I don't want to get the vaccine because it's my personal choice, and I did my own research, and I think getting the vaccine, there's more bad than good. Okay, it's more negative than positive. So I made a decision that I don't want the vaccine. But I want to tell you, there has been a lot of research that's done. And of course, getting the vaccine is what's good for you. But go ahead and let me know what you're thinking. You possibly could have a very different opinion as to what I have. Go ahead and let me know by leaving a comment down below. Okay, getting back into the conversation about how companies are actually paying people or paying employees to get their vaccine. Is it okay? Is it ethical? True enough, it might work, but is it okay? Is it ethical? Now, the question is, the reason I decided to talk to you about this is because I think it was on the 12th of May. That was in US, okay, in Ohio. There was a lottery prize, and it was 1 million US dollars, 1 million US dollars. It was a lottery prize that was offered for people who are vaccinated, okay. Whereas in West Virginia, we had younger citizens being enticed to get that shot because they would get $100 savings bond. And the State University in North Carolina, of course, offered students who got vaccinated a chance to win the cost of housing. And there were so many incentives like this that were put in place in order to encourage people to get their vaccine. And the push to get as many people as vaccinated as possible is it could be good work, okay. But of course, a lot of scientists are worried that paying people to vaccinate could actually backfire if it makes people more skeptical of the shots, okay. And a lot of ethicists, I think that's what you call them, and they have argued saying that it would be wrong because concerns over fairness and equity or whatnot, saying it's wrong to actually pay employees to get their vaccine, okay. So in the case of COVID-19, I think the vaccines are already free to consumers. So why are there so many other incentives in place? Why is it necessary to have so many other incentives in place? Let's talk about this in just a second. So make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relaks Radio.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, got me thinking. You want to stand out. Why do you want to stand out though so much, especially with these kind of shirts when you're riding? There must be a purpose behind it, right?
Well, when you say a purpose, Nick, what I do, I wear the shirts mainly one because they're nice and bright, so they make me visible, especially if I'm riding on the road.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's very important, right? Because you want cars, yeah.
Very important. And also, like, people see me in like calves, and perhaps I shouldn't be saying this on here, I suppose, but in the bar afterwards.
All right.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, you look like a guy who would do.
You know me too well. You know me too well, Nick.
Welcome back to the show. This is, of course, the Chat Wrap on Relaks Radio. Good morning out to you, or good afternoon, or good evening, or a good day out to you. Doesn't matter where you are. We want to say thank you so much for being a part of the show so far. Thank you so much for connecting with us. Thank you for letting us know what's going on. It's definitely such a pleasure to have you on board. Now, with that being said, if you're wondering what Relaks Radio is, well, Relaks Radio is a community-based interactive platform where we talk to you about a whole lot of different things, okay? We talk to you about things from entertainment to current affairs to politics and so many different things, which is why we want you to be a part of the show. We want you to comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. We're having a lot of different conversation. We want your perspective. We want your opinion. We want your point of view. So go ahead and connect with us. You could do so on our social media as well. You could call us 07852 473 473 is the number to do so. Now, we've been talking about the COVID vaccine, and I told you how a lot of companies and a lot of people are getting incentivized, or companies are paying their employees to get the vaccine. But I told you how a lot of scientists, behavioral scientists and ethicists are saying that this is absolutely unethical and this is not right, and that this creates like a wrong precedence, if that makes any sense. And that's exactly what I want to talk about. Is paying for health behaviors actually a good thing? thing. It might work, but is it actually a good thing, or does it have so many more negative consequences than we could possibly imagine? Now, in the case of COVID-19, the vaccines are already free to consumers, which has undoubtedly encouraged so many people to be immunized, right? But a payment to take a drug or a payment to take the COVID vaccine definitely goes one step further than simply reducing costs. It could change people's health behaviors, and payments and cash prices have shown effective in encouraging blood donations and things like that. But when it comes to things like vaccine, it could be unethical because it gives the wrong idea, and there's this coercion concerns. So even if incentives will save lives by increasing vaccinations, there are other ethical considerations that we need to look into. And I know this seems like very heavy stuff, but these are key concerns that we need to start worrying about. And definitely a key concern with regards to paying employees to get their vaccine is protecting their choice. You have the ability to make that choice. You have a choice to decide what you put into your own body. Excuse me. But paying employees to actually get this, it could be a key concern when it comes to protecting people's autonomous choice, and it definitely could be a worry with regards to people making the choice themselves, right? It's free of charge, so that decision, you need to be able to make that decision. So of course there's two sides to the story. The incentives that people get in order to get their vaccine, it could be good in a way because people are actually going to go get their vaccine, but it also could have negative effects in like the precedents it sets, and also coercion concerns where people might feel like they don't have autonomy over what they insert or inject in their body. But I get that for herd immunity you need to have your vaccine, so it's truly a dilemma right there. Go ahead and let me know what you think about the vaccine. Do you think incentivizing employees and teenagers and people in general to get their vaccine is a good thing, or do you think that it's just not the way to go about it? Go ahead and let me know. 07852473473 is the number to get in contact with me. I want to know with regards to your vaccine concerns. I definitely want to know what you're thinking. Do you think we spoke about how Krispy Kreme is giving people free donuts for getting the vaccine at one point in time. We spoke about how there's lottery chances to win $1 million if you had gotten your vaccine. So, these are all incentives that has been put in place with regards to encouraging people to get their vaccine. But of course, there's so many different concerns out there. Some people are saying it's good. Some people are saying, no, it's my body. You can't be paying me to go get a vaccine. It's my autonomy that you're disrupting. So I definitely want to know what you're thinking with regards to this dilemma. Go ahead and let us know. You can most definitely show us some love on our social media platforms. With that being said, it's about that time. Actually, I'll be back in a couple minutes. For now, though, I will see you really soon. Have a very, very good day so far.